Suffering is something we all experience in life. It comes in many forms: loss, failure, rejection, heartbreak, illness, or personal struggles. At times, it feels unbearable, as if the pain will never end. Many people wish to avoid suffering at all costs, believing it only brings misery. However, what if suffering was not just something negative? What if, instead of weakening us, it actually gave us a kind of superpower? Throughout history, some of the greatest minds, leaders, and visionaries have emerged from deep suffering. They transformed their pain into strength, resilience, and wisdom. When we go through difficult times, we are forced to confront our inner struggles, adapt to challenges, and grow in ways we never imagined. Pain teaches us lessons that comfort and ease never could. The truth is that suffering can be a hidden source of power. It can shape us into stronger, wiser, and more compassionate individuals. But how exactly does suffering give us superpowers? In this video, we'll explore the hidden strengths we gain from suffering and how it can transform us into better versions of ourselves. Stay until the end to learn how to embrace challenges and turn pain into personal power. 1. Suffering builds unshakable resilience. Resilience is one of the greatest strengths we gain from suffering. When we go through hardships, we develop the ability to withstand difficulties and keep going despite challenges. People who have never faced adversity often struggle when things don't go their way. But those who have endured pain and setbacks know how to adapt and push forward. Think about some of the most successful people in history. Many of them faced overwhelming struggles before reaching greatness. Oprah Winfrey, for example, was born into poverty and faced abuse, yet she rose to become one of the most influential women in the world. Thomas Edison failed thousands of times before finally inventing the light bulb. These individuals did not let suffering define them. Instead, they used it to develop an unshakable mindset. When we suffer, we learn that we are stronger than we ever imagined. We realize that we can survive difficult times and still move forward. Each challenge we overcome makes us mentally tougher, increasing our ability to handle future struggles. Over time, this builds emotional endurance, allowing us to face obstacles with confidence and courage. Many people fear suffering, but in reality, it is what makes us stronger. Without challenges, we remain stagnant. It is through hardships that we build the resilience necessary to take on life's biggest opportunities. 2. Suffering increases emotional intelligence. One of the most profound gifts of suffering is the ability to understand emotions, both our own and those of others. When we go through pain, we gain a deeper awareness of human emotions, which allows us to develop greater empathy, patience, and self-awareness. Emotional intelligence is a crucial skill that helps us navigate relationships, careers, and personal growth. People who have suffered deeply often have a greater ability to connect with others, because they truly understand what it means to struggle. They become better listeners, more compassionate friends, and wiser leaders. For example, someone who has experienced depression or anxiety can better relate to others facing similar struggles. Instead of dismissing their pain, they offer genuine support and understanding. A person who has been betrayed or heartbroken is more likely to appreciate trust and loyalty in relationships. Through suffering, we learn the true value of kindness and emotional connection. Suffering also forces us to confront our own emotions. When we endure hardship, we are pushed to reflect on our feelings, understand our reactions, and develop coping strategies. This process makes us more emotionally mature and self-aware, allowing us to manage stress, conflict, and negative emotions more effectively. In a world where emotional intelligence is often overlooked, suffering gives us an advantage. It teaches us compassion, understanding, and the ability to truly connect with others, a skill more valuable than any degree or qualification. 3. Suffering sparks personal growth and transformation. Most people seek comfort and stability, avoiding discomfort whenever possible. But true personal growth rarely happens in comfort zones. It is suffering that forces us to evolve, adapt, and redefine ourselves. When we experience loss, failure, or hardship, we are forced to reflect on our lives. We begin to question our values, priorities, and goals. Many people who have gone through life-changing struggles describe them as a wake-up call, pushing them to rethink their path and make bold changes. For example, many people who face serious illness or near-death experiences completely transform their outlook on life. They stop wasting time on meaningless distractions and focus on what truly matters: love, passion, purpose, and fulfillment. Others, after hitting rock bottom, discover hidden strengths and talents they never knew they had. Pain has a way of stripping away illusions and forcing us to see reality clearly. It teaches us lessons that we would never have learned in easier times. It makes us stronger, wiser, and more determined. Without suffering, many of the most profound personal transformations would never happen. 4. Suffering awakens a sense of purpose. Many of the most meaningful movements, careers, and passions have been fueled by suffering. People who have gone through pain often feel a deep need to help others, turning their struggles into a source of motivation and purpose. Think about the individuals who dedicate their lives to making the world a better place. Many of them were once victims of suffering themselves. Survivors of abuse become advocates for justice. People who overcame addiction help others break free. Those who lost loved ones to disease start organizations to find cures. Suffering gives us a unique perspective and the ability to transform pain into something meaningful. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles and that our experiences can be used to uplift others. When we use our pain as fuel for positive action, we turn suffering into strength. Finding purpose through suffering does not mean ignoring the pain. It means channeling it into something greater, whether it's helping others, pursuing a dream, or simply living life with deeper gratitude and awareness. 5. Suffering teaches us to appreciate life. Ironically, it is through pain that we learn to truly value joy. People who have never suffered often take things for granted. But those who have experienced hardship develop a deeper appreciation for the simple joys in life. When you have lost something precious, you learn to cherish what remains. When you have felt deep loneliness, you appreciate genuine connection. When you have faced failure, you celebrate even the smallest victories. Suffering sharpens our awareness of life's beauty, making us more grateful for the moments of happiness we experience. Some of the happiest people in the world are not those who have had easy lives, but those who have suffered and learned to find joy in the little things. They know that life is fragile, and because of this, they make the most of every moment. Suffering teaches us humility, gratitude, and the ability to find light even in the darkest times. It reminds us that no matter how painful life gets, there is always something to hold on to, whether it's love, hope, or the simple beauty of a new day. Final thoughts. Suffering is never easy, but it is also not meaningless. It can be a hidden source of power, shaping us into stronger, wiser, and more compassionate individuals. It builds resilience, deepens emotional intelligence, fuels personal growth, awakens purpose, and teaches us to appreciate life. Instead of fearing suffering, we should learn to embrace it as part of our journey. Every challenge we overcome makes us stronger and more capable. Pain is not the end, it is often the beginning of something greater. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on personal growth and self-improvement. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.